Okay, here we are back. We have won the die roll. I would definitely like to be on the play first. This hand, well, it's got basically all the mana we need. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to keep it. Sorry for the way I sound right now. Also, I'm seem to be catching a little bit of a head cold. Repeal's not really what we're looking for. I'd most likely just be trying to cycle it, so I think I'm going to bottom it. We are going to go ahead and pass the turn here. We're playing as Ataxia. Now, this is really weird because I think I might know this guy. I have a Steam account. I'm friends with somebody named Xataxia. I don't actually know who they are. But they are casting Imperial Seal. I have a feeling I might know who this is. And if I did know them, I definitely know what deck they would force. So we're going to lead with Dimir Signet here, as it is the more useful one. If he blows up my other Signet, or this Signet, I still have the other Signet to splash colors with. It would just be unfortunate that we could not counterspell. That's about it. So here, I have no idea what he would have Imperial Sealed for. I'm going to go ahead and start by playing Coalition Relic. I don't know what he could have. I'm just going to go ahead and play the Signet out there. Yeah, he F6'd. Alright. Oh, F6 for him as well. Show and tell. Here we go. Blightsteel. Hey, ours does actually win. So we need to make sure to leave up 4 mana to tap that, which means we have access to essentially 3 mana now. Well, guess I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn. I assume that's what he Imperial Sealed for. Alright, we're going to go ahead and tap this creature. I'd rather not die, so... Alright, I will just go ahead and do that. Impulse. Sure. It's a weird time for that. I know I tapped incorrectly here, but I was a little too lazy to use the Signet correctly. Oh, and I didn't put a charge cannon on, but that's not a huge deal right now. It would not have mattered. So, we're just going to continue draw going until we find something to do. We do have a lot of answers to this Blightsteel Colossus, fortunately. Chandra? Yeah, that happens. Wonder if he's going to 0 or just +1 for him. Yeah. I would have made the same play. Ooh. I apologize for sneezing there. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, I do seem to be coming on with a little bit of a head cold. So how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 theoretically. We need to make sure we have 4 up. That'll be those 4. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. draw a card, and then we can untap it to tap it? Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. You know, we might as well just, well, no, we have to do it now because of the 1 mana floating. So, we'll do that. Then we found a Vindicate, which I suppose we'll use next turn. Can destroy this. Obviously, it's indestructible. Just gonna untap this now in case anything weird happens. Emrakul. Alright, well. He does in fact have a show and tell deck. I can confirm that much. Alright, let's go ahead and tap this guy. We are a little behind on time, which I think is actually a thing to consider for this deck. The Brainstorm Chandra combo. Have not seen that one in a while, but we'll see if our opponent knows that interaction and can plan it, which I guess he did not, considering. Alright, so I think on this turn, I'm just going to go ahead and Vindicate this Chandra. We can start piling up card advantage in the future. So I'm going to pay for it like... It'll go blue into this white. Vindication. Okie dokie. Snapcaster Show and Tell? Is that what we're doing here? That would be something. And let's put this Battle Ball into play. Let's see what he's got to show and tell in this time, because that is going to resolve. Dragon Lord Atarka. That is, I mean, like, it's fine. It's not super great. Unfortunately for me, well, he has to target this, but it is an 8/8 flyer. That is the downside of this for me. Alright. Do have to find an answer to that, I suppose. Which Swamp is not going to do. I wish I'd put a charge counter on it, but we do have a little bit of time. He's going to get 2 cards, and we have a Sphinx's Revelation. And we can now take, theoretically, 1 hit from the Blightsteel Colossi. So, I suppose we will just pass for now. And see what our opponent does. I'm pretty much a-okay with him hitting land drops. Oh, well, you know, okay, this is fine. This can be the turn I take the hit from the Blightsteel. It does mean I think I'm just going to throw 2 Mirror under it. I'll go ahead and throw 3 Mirror under it. It's protects against him having 1 removal spell. So, we're going to move the blocks. This probably ends up better for us anyway. A large Sphinx's Revelation. I'm just going to do it for a whole new hand. I think that's good enough. Yeah, we found our answer to the Dragon Lord, as well as a moat. So, there we go. So he is 2 cards in hand. How much mana do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 7 right there. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to lead. I'm going to main phase this Vendilion Clique just to make sure his hand is clear. Yeah, he doesn't have the mana for Cryptic, but I think Cryptic's just going to be a problem in the future since it can bounce something. So we'll get rid of that. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and cast Lamote. We have 5 mana left over after that. Should have attacked with Battle Seer first, I suppose. Unless I wanted to block, which I might. We're just going to leave mana up. We're going to tap Atarka on his turn. And then actually remember to put a charge counter on this Coalition Relic for once. Alright, so he drew Mystical Tutor. I don't think that's too problematic for us. He could go find Cryptic Command, but then he's still the blue source away from it. He found Wheel of Fortune. Well, that's a little less good for us. We are going to be discarding the Sphinx of the Steel Wind. And we do have to worry about drawing out of cards. Alright, well, here's our new hand. And we have this Ulamog now, so I think we should be able to win the game. Theoretically. I think our deck is pretty well positioned against his, as far as a show and tell deck goes. We could definitely lose to an early one, but we have a lot of answer alls in our deck that just don't care about like this Indestructible Blightsteel or even Emrakul. Like we have Oblivion Ring, Banishing Light. If we get it out fast enough, Staff of Domination can deal with those guys. And just gonna go ahead and tap Yonder Dragon. And okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and here. I'm going to cast Ulamog. I'm going to actually exile Atarka and one of his blue sources. It means he can't draw Cryptic Command to... well, Cryptic Command's on the bottom, but you never know. He might have another way to shuffle. I did forget to put a charge counter on Coalition Relic, as per usual. But, you know, nothing's new here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go ahead and Ulamog. We have a caster. We're going to get rid of that, and we're going to get rid of that. Filling a red mana in response. That is, in fact, fine with me. My plan with this is next turn we can Oblivion Ring my own moat and just attack him for lethal. For now, I suppose I'll get in my 3 damage, just in case it is relevant. And I'm going to leave with mana up. Nothing I really need to play out of my hand. Yeah, he's going to Vampiric. So I'm glad I got rid of the blue source, because you could have a blue source in hand to play. I don't know what exactly he's going to be getting here. His deck seems really consistent at the very least. He has a lot of tutor effects. Karn. Yeah, Karn's a good one. I do have the answer to it. On board even, but... Target player exiles a card from his or her hand. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Wall of Omens. Yeah, he doesn't think he's dead here is the thing, but as it happens, I do have the answer. Can you get rid of my moat? And I'm going to attack him. Ah, he's got some sweet cards. Progenitus too. So it looks like his he's got 3 real show and tell targets. And Dragon Lord Atarka as well. So let's move to sideboarding. I could definitely see Pithing Needle coming in versus Karn. I think Time Twister helps him more than anything. You could also see Living Death coming in just as a way to get rid of Blightsteel, but I think that might be too risky. Double black is going to be really hard to hit. So what seems bad against him? Wall of Omens doesn't seem great. Repeal doesn't seem awesome as either. I think Repeal might be worse than Pithing Needle in this matchup. So we'll go with that. I do like this hand a lot. It's not super powerful, but on the draw, we're going to get to see an extra card. And if he's going to be on this big fatty line, then we do have the Oblivion Ring. So, I think that is pretty good for us. I'll lead on this Tundra. We don't know he doesn't have Wasteland Heat cards in his hand, but I feel like he is not a Wasteland deck. So. Alright, and we picked up a moat as well. That is definitely good to have. Stops seemingly all of his creatures. It does appear he's going to find show and tell here. I think he's going to be slightly disappointed with what happens, but... Well, it looks like he's just saving it, so... I'm going to go ahead and throw down Pithing Needle on Karn right now. Since if he casts Show and Tell, we have Oblivion Ring and Moat. So, we'll name Karn. That way he can't play it once he gets mana. You know, something to consider here is he does have Cryptic Command in his deck, so that's what we want to try and lock out. And put in this Moat. Alright. We'll be having to cast Oblivion Ring next turn. Happy to pick up the second blue source. I think at this point, almost the only thing we have to counter in his deck is going to be that Cryptic Command, if it ever comes out. Yeah, and we're just going to play draw go for a while. We're going to get to draw an extra card every turn. And eventually we're going to Ulamog him. I think this is almost the hard lock at this point, with Force Will in our hand now. We'd probably want to counter, go ahead and counter Wheel of Fortune too if he draws that, since it would get rid of our counter spells. And a good win con at that. That might be what he just tutored for. So originally, my plan was going to be to end step Vendilion and click him, but since I think he just went for... well, that changes things. At 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and... oh, okay. Well, he conceded to that. Alright, well, we won this match. I will see you in the next one.